который сравнил Асада с Гитлером, но допустив оговорку, что Гитлер не применял химического оружия. Скажите, как эти заявления способствуют целям дипломатии и когда риторика может...
Well, I think the perspective from the United States, supported by the facts that we have, are conclusive. That the recent chemical weapons attack carried out in Syria was planned, and it was directed and executed by Syrian regime forces, and we're quite confident of that. This is just the latest in a series of the use of chemical weapons by the Assad regime, and notwithstanding their use on more than 50 occasions of chlorine bombs and cluster bombs and other types of weapons that are intended to maim and kill in the most horrific ways. So I think the characterization is one that President Assad has brought upon himself.
Assad will leave power through a political transition. How will you compel Assad to participate?
Clearly, our view is that the reign of the Assad family is coming to an end. And they have, again, brought this on themselves with their conduct of the war these past few years. We discussed our view that Russia, as their closest ally in the conflict, perhaps has the best means of helping Assad recognize this reality. We do think it's important that Assad's departure is done in an orderly way, so that certain interests and constituencies that he represents feel they have been represented at the negotiating table for a political solution. How that occurs, we leave that to the process going forward. We do not think one has to occur before the other can begin, and it will take a pace of its own. But the final outcome, in our view, does not provide for a role for Assad or for the Assad family in the future governance of Syria. We do not think the international community will accept that. We do not think the world will accept that.
Программу КНДР. И если можно, уточняющий вопрос обоим министрам. Вы говорили, что будет создана группа.
As time goes by and more evidence continues to be gathered, it is possible that the threshold necessary to charge individuals, including Bashar al-Assad, may be achieved. As you know, this is a very high legal hurdle in order to bring such charges against an individual. So I would not suggest to you that all of that evidence is in place, but I think the longer time goes by, it's possible that the case will be made, and there are certain individuals who are working to make that case.
Спасибо большое. Елена Черненко, газета «Коммерсант». Вопрос господину Тиллерсону обсуждали.
I think as to the question of the interference with the election, that is fairly well established in the United States, and I think that has been spoken to on the Hill as well with the Congress, and it is a serious issue. It's one that we know is serious enough to attract additional sanctions, and so we are mindful of the seriousness of that particular interference in our elections, and I'm sure that Russia is mindful of it as well.
Вопрос о якобы имевшем место вмешательстве России в президентские выборы в США и...
Press conference, thank you for participating. Thank you.